last minute. It might not stay right on this course. So if I get off course, this is going to keep me in line. So I just want to say I truly am honored to see everybody here. And I just can't help but feel just him here with us. And just to see this many saints together praising God, even in this moment, and the love that's been shown, like the sister said, has been amazing. I can only really speak about my father and my own interpretation of him. He affected us all in different ways. Like I said, I'm honestly still gathering all my thoughts and feelings on everything that has transpired over the last couple of days. I feel I have a million words and feelings to express, yet all words seem to fall short, empty in conveying the deep love I have for my father. The pain that has come with the loss of our dad has been numbing at times, and I truly, once again, like I said, words fail to truly express even that, both in our hearts, with his passing, the pain that we feel, and the loss in our life. I'll do my best just really quick to share just a few things that I feel help try to represent my father, through me personally, how I experienced my father. For those of you who may not know, my father started seeing my mom when I was about 4 months old. So if you didn't know I was adopted, surprise. But you wouldn't know it if you didn't know that story, if someone didn't tell you, because I never once ever felt that he was not my father. He spoke on his love, and his love was abundant, and the family as well, everybody. You wouldn't know unless somebody told you that, because that was the kind of man he was. He had a lot of love, no matter who and what you were, it seemed. I've often contemplated how my life may have turned out if my dad had not been my father, the path that I may have ended up on, and the kind of man I would have become one day. As my siblings can attest to this, he was a bit of a hot-headed dad back in the early years. If I'm being honest, I think anybody that knew him, he was a little bit of a hothead, but the same passion that he had that way really tied back into his love and passion for his family. So he's passionate no matter what. Really about the 5 things that I really feel my dad taught. I was thinking about this for the last couple of days. You sometimes think of what effect have they had on your life and what have they done. And I kept coming back to these 5 things. Number 1 being honoring God. To this day, whatever I've done, I've always wondered, is what I'm doing, how does it affect people, but how does it honor God, or how does that affect my relationship that way? Love being number 2. Constantly, he would tell us, you have to just love him, no matter what's going on. And that was frustrating as a kid to hear sometimes, but just love, integrity, patience, and hard work. Those are the other 3. That just, hard work in particular, that kind of goes into the next segment. Like I said, he, at an early age, he would read the Bible to us daily. He taught us at a very early age that what it meant to be a Christian and a hard worker. Like I said, and you mentioned, he would work, back-to-back 16-hour shifts just to have extra time during the week with us, because his family was that important. And I don't know how he would do it. He had 16 hours, and he'd drive an hour and something to work and then back again. There was times he was getting 3 hours of sleep over the course of 3 days. But that was something that was extremely important to him as his family. He grew up on a farm, as some of you may know, and understood the value of hard work and earning what you want in life, but most importantly, keeping God and family at the center of it all. I cannot tell you the countless hours we spent playing board games and discussing history. To this very day, I hold board games very near and dear to my heart, and I've always remembered what he said about history. To know our future is to know our past. He always said that. You want to know what's happened in the future, look what we did in the past, because it has a track record. I cannot say that I would have maintained such unshakable faith if I had walked in my father's shoes, especially the last 6 months or so. When things seemed to take a turn for the worst, his unwavering faith in God and love for others would rise to the occasion each and every time. For a man who sometimes struggled with the idea if he was enough or mattered at all, Dad, just let me say, You were loved beyond measure. You were one of the single greatest human beings I ever met and had the pleasure of calling my father. Your legacy lives on in each and every one of us children. The measure of success in a man's life, in my opinion, is his family and the love they have for him. The love you have from us kids, family, friends, and as such, speaks for itself. Mere words cannot express the love you had for us, nor the love we have for you. Just last thing, I honestly believe, speaking to my dad, I was just thinking about this, if I could talk to him, what we would talk about or say. But I honestly feel I just had a conversation with myself with him. That I honestly believe that after you were welcomed into paradise, you found yourself 1,000 acres of woods, with creeks and a few rivers running through it, and put a cabin of some sort right in the middle of it all. Anybody who knows him knows how passionate he was about the outdoors, hunting, fishing, any of it. I'm sure your 20 or 22-year-old self is having a blast hunting, hiking, fishing, and all that. The only thing that I can think that would make it perfect is if we were by your side. Dad, as you were surrounded by almost all of your family and friends, locked hand in hand and arm in your final moments on this earth, we wept tears of sadness and pain for our loss, but also a calmness knowing you have joined the ranks of those who have passed on after fighting the good fight and running their race. Forever in my heart, I'll treasure every single moment we had with you till we meet again of your son.